scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Felt like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. When up in magic, with the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use a can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up and look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Get on out my problems, let me When up in magic, with the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, how about it? You want it, you have it, you got it. Go snatch it, skirt the lot. Go ahead, jump it, how about it? Rep for your brum, for your post, department, your projects. Pain driven, itching, drumming. Look how far we coming. Heartbeat on the streets, you can do it. Ain't built for the weekend, sweet. This sugar, one man army, but get deep. Watch what you doing. I ain't damaged goods, damn out the clay. You wish you could. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, so suspenseful, I'm up in the field. Saw it in my eyes, it was the Tiger Hill. Gon' jump off the line and see the flight of field. Rewrite your history off this line right here. Your best bet be ahead, easy to get rich or dead. Trying, this ain't never new, I just be 10 steps instead. Snooze I won't, I can't lose, ready, rest or up bed. Do what you can to do, make it next move your best. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah.
Okay, Coach. Well, we are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Atlanta Falcons and the New York Jets. Here's the former Florida Gator, Eddie Pinheiro, to get us started. And we are underway here on EA Sports. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go!
At their own 17-yard line.
Down, 70, Indy.
We got it. Check. No. Kill.
Back, look at me. Go. Hey, Echo. Ready?
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 16-yard line.
Let's go now. 60 or.
Let's go, Heavy. I know what you got. Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Here we go.
Hey! Hey, seam 6. Go.
And that'll set them back 5.
Let's go. 90, Wolf.
So we got man.
50, go.
57,
Guard.
Get off the field. Shoot.
Hey, Alpha.
57's the mic.
They're going to look to throw. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Hey, wahoo!
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Quentin Williams in there to drop it for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. The Falcons send out their punter. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Now it's Martin. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch the run.
Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
I'm here all day.
Bell. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. And they will finally get him down, but not before he takes this to the Falcons' 14-yard line.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A first carry for Trenton Cannon. Showed some tough running, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 5-yard
line. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He'll get a couple of yards on the keeper, but it's going to lead to a 4th down.
Brings up 4th and 1.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of Week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
After the field goal, on to kick it away is Pinheiro. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, Delta.
He's checking. Crash.
Go. Hey, orbit.
2nd and 9 now. It got his man complete. A gain there of 30 big ones.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Now.
Switch. Check 31. Deuce.
They'll go with Hill here on 1st down. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
The tackle made back at the 47-yard line.
50, plant.
3-0 after one on EA Sports.
Pittsburgh. Yep. Motion. Nice 57's right. Ain't no protein spill. Bang. 6 guys.
On second down now, it's Hill. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Here we go, set, 30 base. Out. Hey, Foxtrot. Hard. 5.
Back to throw here. And that is incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. And they'll get to this and touch it. Looks like, right at the 15-yard line here.
At their own 15-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. Now Bell. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
On second down, it's Bell. They find some open field here. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. It's a big run that time by Bell. 56 yards on the ground.
First and 10.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. They'll run on first down with Cannon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to make the tackle. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Call fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Hey, alert.
They go play action. Trubisky. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And he finds Seals Jones complete. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Jets will extend their lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Hey, Haywood! Shoot!
Second and 6. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver, and it'll bring up third down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
57's the night, right? 57.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son! You gonna see me in your nightmares! Get it!
He'll drop to throw. Able to haul it in is Kittle. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? It creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And the ball is knocked out. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Call it a gain of 5. Fourth down now.
It's fourth down.
And this one is right down the middle. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive, a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
Hey, Charlie! Hey. Check Mike 33.
Rip right. Mike, check 33. 33. Stop your whining.
They'll set up a throw. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. 14 yards there and a Falcon 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Hill. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
It's 2nd and inches at their 48-yard line.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
Check 25. 22 jet bomber. Leo. Hey, number 28. Bravo. He's coming. Check in. Hey. I'm coming. Mike 28.
2nd down and inches. He's going to float this over the middle deep. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Brian Poole that time there to get a hand on it. Well, earlier in the quarter when the defense was keying on the run, you said offensively they need to open things up, take some shots downfield. Didn't work there, but they did.
Yeah, I'm not going to change my tune now. I still think it's the right play because when you take those shots downfield, you open the eyes of the defense to what you could do to them, and that may open some things up for you offensively.
A gain of 4 that time as the drive will continue.
Go. 5. Hey, lock it.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Looking downfield for Jones. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Here we go.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. After the penalty, here's Freeman. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. pickup of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it was real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. From the gun, it's a run for Freeman. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. And no field goal try here from the red zone offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th.
Go. Hey, exit. Nice 57. 57's right. Look at me. Zipper. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And get it.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that is going to be incomplete. Dan Quinn's guys unable to come through there on 4th down. And the Jets are going to get the football back. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill.
Check, 55 to Mike. Check.
Play action. It's Trubisky. It's caught by Quincy Enunwa. He's at the 40, the 30. 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Quincy Enunwa as the first half is winding down. And the Jets will extend their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking deep for who? Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
First down, Falcons.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Hey, team 6.
Now back to throw. Looking in zone for Jones. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Go.
Again, it's Bell. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Go! 180! All day, dog.
Trubisky will throw. And that will be incomplete. He was out there waving his arms saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
At their own 20-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Go! Hey, wahoo! Go!
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Looking downfield for Jones. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Hey, Delta. Give me that ball, defense.
2nd and 10. That's complete to his receiver, Kane. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Let's go. Recon, 152 fighter. Hey, orbit.
They'll drop the throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Evans. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now a first down carry by Bell. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Le'Veon Bell, 44 yards. And the interception by the Jets D leads to a touchdown. Extra point right down the middle. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And it's complete. Hooper. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Yep.
You got motion man. You got motion man right there.
He'll look to throw. Looking deep for Julio. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Try to disrupt Julio Jones there, the intended target. A little too close, got the flag thrown.
I'm not sure anyone can cover Julio Jones one-on-one for very long without getting their share of pass interference calls. His size, his speed, his physicality makes it almost impossible to do.
50 seconds to Mike. Check the outs, check the outs, check the outs. 57 to Mike. Mike 57. I'm coming up.
Get it.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know exactly why I tried to throw the ball to Julio Jones there. He's never considered covered. He's either too fast or too strong. You always try and get it to him.
Especially on those deep passes.
Yeah. Reset. Hey, Charlie. 57. Hey, we got to get the hook.
Looking to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Brian Poole. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
A gain of right around 30 on a play that began way back inside the 5. Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10.
Rush in, rush in, rush in.
Mike, 55.
They'll run with Cannon. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one by.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Watch the pass.
They'll set up to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jason Barrett. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They'll run it with Bell. Foyesade Aluakan made the tackle there from his safety position.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll go again with Bell. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. They follow up the 1st down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Alert, 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 alert.
On 3rd down, here's Bell. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Steps away. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. With that run, double-check my math, yes, he has hit 8,000 career rushing yards.
And that's fantastic. That means he's now approaching the top 50 all-time rushers in NFL history. That means he just sped past Terrell Davis, who's in the Hall of Fame. And now he's just got to go ahead and be strong and run hard because he's chasing down Larry Zonka.
And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Now Trubisky. And Martin's got it. Complete. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll make it a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now it's Trubisky. Dancing to his left. Anunua's got it. Complete. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive. The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. On 3rd down, here's Cannon. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences, now Trubisky lost the football, and the Falcons grab it, accelerating, and off he goes. He's at the 50, the 40, 20, 10, 5, and he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So they obviously declined that, and it is a touchdown.
They still had the option, but let's face it.
There's no option.
There's no option when you score a touchdown. An easy call for them.
And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. That turnover might just about do it. Here, 4th quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
Exactly right. They played smart, couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, it's almost a tendency breaker.
Here's Bell. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to knock that one free. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Here's Trubisky. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Tack McKinley. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
He's going to air one out for Anderson. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's got a man complete. And all the way down to the 42. A big-time play there for the Falcons. 41 yards.
Bravo.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Now a desperation throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Brian Poole.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by DeMonte Casey. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
He'll drop to throw, and they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Throwing here, Trubisky. Now Trubisky lost the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. This is Bell. Now Bell hit. He lost the football.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason, but now I'm listening to you. So for the Jets, that'll be a happy locker